Three, two, one, and we're live. Welcome back to another Meximigos podcast on the road to 50 episodes. I think we're like 5 away, which isn't too bad. I mean, we've been doing this for a while. But, of course, we haven't said this in a while, but we haven't introduced ourselves in like a minute. Ah, fuck it. They already know who we are.
Ya saben quién son.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Construya.
Por si no saben.
But today, we do have a special guest coming all the way from Maryland?
Elkton, Maryland.
Elkton, Maryland. She's a singer, producer, whatever you want. All that fun stuff, right? You do all that.
Yeah, and I rap too. A
Oh
little
snap! She'll give us a little something later on. Put her on the spot. Let's see what she got. But we got Kaylee in the building. We do appreciate you coming on, Kaylee, especially with this weather. Fucking insane, fucking cold. The roads not being as great as they should be. Shout out to all the public workers, though, that did clean. And, we're out there.
I clean my driveway.
The fuck? Not the roads, bitch.
Not public.
Come on, no.
He was out in public.
Como te está?
But like I said, thank you for coming out, for making time. Like I said, the weather wasn't the greatest. The roads weren't the greatest.
And
But
it's early as shit. I know you have to wake up extra early too.
Yeah, I kept hitting the snooze button. My bad.
nah, you straight. I mean, yeah, we like to do it early just so, we can give you back. Because, we don't like to do it later in the day because then we got to revolve around it. But if we do it early, then, we get it out of the way. And then you got the whole day to do whatever it is that you got to do. But like I said, we do appreciate you making time for us. Like I said, you are you do music. You do a producer too, and you rap.
I don't really do producing. I do audio engineering, which is like editing vocals. Producing is more so making beats.
Yes, whatever that is. Yes. Yeah, I have no idea what all that is. So you go into the studio and all that with like other, I guess rappers, singers, and stuff like musicians. And
Occasionally, especially when I first started, but now I have my own setup where I don't have to like spend as much money. I can
shit, you got it. You have a little studio at your place.
Yes.
Oh, that's fucked.
That's dope.
That's crazy. Damn. So you're in it. You're in it.
I'm in too deep. I can't stop.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it?
On a consistent level, 5 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
5 years. Damn, that's crazy. And have you like performed like at shows, like venues?
Interesting that you say that because I literally just started probably like the end of 2022, and 2023 is like when I, actually got comfortable to perform again. And I have another performance coming up actually this Saturday.
Oh shit! Shout out where? Put that in so if anybody wants to, go out there, where is it gonna be at?
So, it's called the Trifecta Fest. It's a showcase where artists can perform, get their name out there.
Oh,
And it's going to be in Chester, PA, and it's called 214 Lamoken Street, or that's the address.
Okay, and that's in Chester.
Chester.
Oh, okay. And then like, what's the times for that? And do people have to sign up to like if they want to perform, or is it that the already cutoff date? Like they can't sign up anymore, or is it just show up and hey, like I want to perform kind of?
So the time is 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And also, if an artist wants to sign up with that company, they still technically can, but it might be difficult because there's like a certain amount of tickets you need to sell before the closing date, which is on Wednesday. So it might be difficult to like.
So you got to sell your own little tickets,
Yes.
and depending on how many tickets you sell, you can go in.
Perform. Yes.
Oh shit!
And everything is off.
Pretty
for,
cool
like,
though.
Yeah, and I think
Makes
that's
sense.
I think that's a cool way for an artist because a lot of times companies will like pay to perform. And
Yeah.
I'd rather sell tickets than pay to perform because, like, what am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's cool. That's awesome. That's cool though. But and is it going to be like all types of music, or is it just like one specific genre that's going to be the whole thing?
It's probably relatively going to be mainly hip hop, but there's like a few outliers like R&B, like soul. It's just
Okay.
here and there.
All right. And then what's your go-to? Like, what's your main that you like to sing or perform?
Well, I'm more of like a hip hop, pop, R&B artist, so like I kind of go in between those three genres. But sometimes I like to sing, sometimes I like to rap. It really depends on my mood.
Oh, okay. There you go. No, it's cool. I think music is, like I said, one thing that is always going to be like a staple. Everybody needs it. Everybody, is always listening to it. And it, like you said, it always depends on the mood, depending on what you want to listen to at that time. Like if you're feeling happy, you're going to put something upbeat. Feeling sad, of course, it's going to be something more down. So I think music is something that's interesting that you got into. And then when did you get into it? Like when did you decide, like, you know what? I can rap, I can sing, or I want to do this. This is me. I want to do this.
Back in 2018, I had a best friend from high school, and her boyfriend at the time had his own studio, and he was like, "You should come to my studio. I heard you like to make beats on the side." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I'll go to the studio." And
Whatever, real quick. Is that how you started? Like just making beats?
uh, yeah, but like to me, it wasn't like serious. It was like
Oh, you were
garage
just.
band, like
Oh, okay,
messing
okay.
around. Like
All right.
it was fun,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't consider myself a producer.
Okay.
But he said to come to the studio, and I was like, okay. I recorded a song, and I really loved it. I was like, I'm meant to do this. Like, so
Oh,
it was
shit.
cool.
Is that song like still out?
Oh hell no!
Oh, nah,
Like,
nah.
no, that is not. No,
I was gonna say, did you put the link to it or something?
no.
Nah, she said as soon as I made it, I was like, fuck that song. You still have it. I'm pretty sure you still have it, kind of like
Yeah.
to remind you like where you started and how far you've come. Because I'm pretty sure like that first song compared to like what you do now is probably like fucking
Yeah,
like mind blowing. It's kind of like us. Like when we started the first podcast compared to then to now, it's kind of mind blowing as well. Like our audio was horrible, like our visuals were pretty bad, but now it's gotten better. So I'm pretty sure it's the same with you. Like that first track, you probably thought it was like, this is the shit. Like I think I'm gonna hit number one on the fucking all billboards. And now looking back at it, you're right. What the fuck was I thinking? Like what the hell? Nah, but that's cool. So it was 2018 when you decided like, oh, I think I made for this.
Yes.
That's
Um,
fire.
I was always into music, but just on a serious note, it wasn't until 2018. Like
You like really took it to the next level.
Exactly.
That's fire.
What was the most difficult thing you had to do?
Being an artist, that is a tough question. The most difficult thing to do.
Probably getting
Um,
comfortable, no? Like performing, maybe.
I wouldn't say that was the most difficult. I think the most difficult in the beginning was trying to find the right engineer for my voice. Just because someone has like nice equipment doesn't mean they know what they're doing.
Mm,
Sometimes people can have like the small equipment, like beginner equipment, but like
kill
that shit. I don't know what they doing, but that shit is working. So
it.
like
They do magic with that shit.
so it took me a while to find the right engineer, but eventually I got so sick of it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to do this myself, and I at least get
Man.
close to the idea of what I want, and then send it off to somebody.
Oh shit.
So I was determined because I got tired spending my money.
For like a studio session.
Yes, and then going nowhere
Nah.
for a couple years. Like
That's crazy. Like how much is a studio session? Like every single time, and then like how long do you get? Because I guess it depends on where you go and who you're going with, right?
it really depends, but the standard is $50 an hour. Like that's the standard. Of course you can go to places where it's under, but like it really depends on who you know. But
Mm.
like when it just comes to like professionalism, the standard's 50 an hour. But that can get costly. Like if you're trying to work
Hell
on a
yeah.
song, and especially
Especially
there was
for an
time,
hour, because
right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think an hour is just enough for one.
hell
song.
no, especially
No.
because you got to like tune every little bit. Like you're still trying to get like the chorus in there, like
Mhm.
the right beat. Like you're trying to get your flow in there. So I'm pretty sure an hour goes like that when you're in that studio session.
And another thing artists need to know when it comes to paying for studio sessions is they can't expect 1 or 2 hours in that song to be finished. Like you said, the tuning, everything, you got to pay separately to get that mix and mastered, like the final version. So a lot of artists just want to
Damn.
be like, oh, go in and out. Okay, it's done. No, it's not.
So, like, for instance, like after you done tuning it, you like, does the guy that owns it tune it more differently, or do they just be all right? That's okay, or do they hear it or anything?
Do you mean like when I go to the studio?
Yeah, when you went to the studio.
Usually they're not gonna like tell you. Like that's up to you if you want to book a separate session. You know, I've been to studios where I first started. I'm like, this is not sounding right. They'd be like, well, sorry to break it to you, but you need to book another session so I can
yeah.
sit down and mix it. So I was like, that kind of like taught me like, yeah,
You need
he's
to do your
right.
own shit. You're like, I need to.
Yeah.
So like low key, like how much do you think like on average do you think you spend on creating and producing a whole song? Like not having your own studio, but like going to a studio sesh, like paying maybe for somebody to like tune it up, all that. How much? How like low key? How much do you think? Like ballpark?
I think I was fortunate enough to have friends that did engineering or at least starting out, so like the budget wasn't as bad. But I'm it's hard to say because like I just ran through so many engineers, and it's just like I don't
Man,
know,
that's
like
crazy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it could. It sounds like it could get costly depending, like especially how much like sessions do you think it takes to make like one song, like to get it right, like just to record the song and for you to
okay.
be comfortable with it, but none of the extra shit.
Well, it depends if I practice. If I practice in my own time, like getting the lyrics right, being on time, blah blah blah. I would say like 2 hours for the recording session, and probably 2 hours for the mixing session, and maybe an hour for the mastering session when it's like the final. So like probably 3 different sessions.
Damn. Oh yeah, so it gets up there.
Yeah.
It looks like it's costly and time consuming. But now it's cool though that you kind of learn to do this on your own now and you're saving your money. But how did you learn? Did you like watch YouTube? Was it like all the time spent in the studios or you were like kind of watching what they were doing? Did you ask because you say you have engineering friends.
Yeah.
Did you ask them like for the advice or?
So, well, I went to college for communications. And it's not like music, but it deals with audio and visual. So I always,
Had
dibble
that.
dabble like in a DAW, which is like digital audio workstation. But which it wasn't, the complete end all be all, but it gave me an idea of this is what I'm working with. But I had friends who were engineers who, gave me some advice here and there, but I took the time and look up videos, experiment, and it's like it's really just training your ears to hear things that you normally wouldn't hear, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I think it definitely does make sense. But here, let's take a break because I think my thing is like messing up real quick. All right, guys. So we're back from our little technical little whatever you want to call it. But so, we got done talking about that it costs a lot of money to, rent a studio sesh, make a song and all that fun stuff. But let's get into your performance name. Like, what is it again?
Dina.
Diadina. So how does it go from Kaylee to Diadina? Like where did Diadina come from?
So technically, they're my middle names. My middle name is Dawn and Adina. So I just combined the two.
That's cool. Nice. And then so when did you start performing with that name? Is that from like day one? Or were you just like somebody was like, hey, what do you need a performance name? Or like what made you come up with that name? Like why that?
Um, I really don't know why, but I just remember being in college and I was like, Dina. Like it just clicked
That
ever
sounds
since.
good.
I mean, it does sound good. Like if you really think about it, like somebody announcing it is like, hey, and now we got Diadina performing. Like better than, I mean, not to butcher you, like, not to say your name sucks, but better than saying, hey, now we got Kaylee. So I mean, Diadina does give it that like it does sound like a musician's name, like somebody who's about to perform. It sounds like an artist. Like even if it's like a painter or whatever, like it just sounds like an artist and all. So that's why I was interested. Like, because it's like when you told me your name, and I was like, what the hell? And then it's like Diadina. I'm like, what? But now it does make sense. Now it makes sense. You guys have any questions? You guys want to ask her?
All right. I just asked about the hardest thing. What was the easiest thing
The easiest thing?
that you got hand like control, quick, fastest?
That's a good question. Now you're gonna make me actually think and use my brain.
Really for all that shit.
The easiest thing. I would say attracting people to my music. I wouldn't say like I always go viral, but like no matter how small or big, the results are, the reaction I get, there's always genuine people attracted to what I do. So I think that would be the easiest thing because I don't know, I kind of feel like my energy is authentic, so it'll resonate.
Through your
Whoever
music.
exactly.
No, and I feel that because I mean, I was just like I was just looking through your music because like you followed the page yesterday, so I was like looking through it and I was like, oh shit, it's pretty badass. And then I went to the YouTube page and I was like, your music's pretty good. Like I mean, for somebody like because you said you've done this for like you said since like 2018,
Yes.
so basically like 5-6 years in a way. So I mean, that's not and like artist kind of thing. I think that's not such a long time to like perfect this type of craft because there's people that have been doing it since like day one and they're still trying to figure out like what they're trying to do with all of this. But yeah, you figured it out in like I said 5 years, and it does sound really good because I was listening to it and I was like, shit, pretty badass. So like where can people find you? Like, put your Instagram, plug in your Instagram, plug in your YouTube name, and then of course, I'll caption all that so they can actually click the link so they can go right to your pages and stuff like that and listen to your stuff.
So, all streaming platforms is Diadina. So that's D period space ADEENA. And my Instagram handle is the same way. Um, and also my Facebook. So everything but TikTok. TikTok, I have 2 TikToks. I'm into astrology as well. So
Oh shit!
there's
Oh shit!
a page where it says Diadina Astrology, and then there's Diadina Music. So it's the same spelling, but just with the
Astrology and
yes.
how into astrology are you, and how does it affect your music? Does it affect your music at all?
Why is it even that?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Back in COVID times, I was just trying to figure out like how can I go viral on TikTok just because I was kind of bored. I was like,
Yeah.
let me draw some traction to my music. I really loved the zodiac sign. I was like, let me just make the memes, and it worked. It worked pretty well, and the target audience is way different than everywhere else. So I was like, let me just stick to it. But it was really out of boredom in COVID.
And then you just kind of like started. You kept going with it.
Yeah.
You kind of like really dove into it and got like. Is that something like till this day you like look up? Like you wake up and you're like, this is my today. I guess it's like a horoscope kind of thing. Is that what you're into as well? Is it the same thing?
Technically,
not?
yeah, that's like
No.
pop. That's like pop culture.
No.
Okay. Oh, so
I don't know how
horoscope
deep
is
you-
not.
Yes and no. I don't know.
It's like the constellation that exists, like the Scorpio, like all the constellations.
No, but the horoscope is like what it
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
means, right? Like for that
No,
day.
it's yeah for that day. But
Do you dive into that? Do you like wake up and you're like, because what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio.
Everybody name their zodiac signs.
I'm a Libra.
Scorpio. Okay.
I'm a Libra.
Aries. Boo.
Oh,
I don't
I'm the
know.
best
Aries
one
a
here.
bad sign?
I'm the best one here.
Is Aries a bad sign?
Yo te
No.
pico, puto.
Scorpios are.
They're the bad sign.
Yeah.
What is it? Because I heard, are they the fire signs?
No,
Because there's
the
fire
peacock.
signs,
You
right?
say bad sign or the best sign?
Yeah, what's
Bad.
I said-
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Cool.
It's
Cool,
Scorpio.
cool,
He said
cool.
Scorpio.
Because it's Scorpio. Because there's fire signs, wind or something like, or all that stuff.
Fire, water, air, and earth.
Okay. Is Scorpio a fire one?
Pinche Naruto.
No, we're water,
Oh, water.
but we have a lot of fire energy.
That's what I heard. I heard fire was like kind of like the worst one, where they're kind of like more impulsive and a little bit more toxic. Are you toxic?
I hate when people
Oh, shit.
ask me this question. You know what? People been calling me toxic.
I thought you said you were quiet.
Oh no,
I'm
because
not taking my
that
headphones.
word is so triggering. People call me toxic left and right ever since I
real?
dropped my album. I'm like,
Oh shit!
years ago when I made those songs, but people don't know that.
Were you
But now
going through a
know.
toxic phase? Is that why you dropped it?
Okay.
I was just saying. It's because you said her music represents her mood, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, you said that.
Okay, you know what? I guess
Did you
I'll
not say
embrace
it?
it. I'm not toxic, I swear.
Like, nah, not that I think I'm toxic. No, but so you don't like that word toxic at all?
I hate it.
You
'cause,
hate it?
Ever since I dropped my album Echoes of Parathon, in the comments, DMs, oh, you toxic. I'm like, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah, so that album gave toxic vibes, I guess.
Apparently so. Apparently so.
So yeah, so if you guys are going through a toxic phase, listen to that. What was that album called again?
Echoes the Parathon.
There you go. If you guys want to sign Toxic, go ahead, play that shit.
Oh my God.
Nah, but what's it called? Going back to damn, what the fuck was that? The social media. You plugged in your shit, and then you said you were into astrology. We talked about that for a little bit, but you say you're not really into like all that. Is that something you ask like on a first date?
No.
I think. Well, sorry for interrupting, but I think like astrology is different shit than the horoscope shit.
Oh, I don't. I just don't know anything about it.
Like,
So I
like
don't
I
know.
said, like the star like each zodiac sign, it's a represent a fucking star constellation, supposedly.
What?
Caballeros Zodiacos. That's what he knows.
Oh,
That's the only thing he knows about.
Okay. But yeah, that's like different thing than the horoscope. Like
Oh, I don't know.
the stars and shit do exist, but the
Big Dipper?
horoscope, the shit
Little
that they
Dipper?
made up is something different.
oh.
What?
Low Dipper and Big Dipper.
Medium dipper? I have no idea what the fuck
Yeah,
you're talking
right. That's
about,
the
buddy.
thing.
That's a constellation.
Yeah.
Dipper?
Yeah.
I never heard
That's
of
not
that one.
zodiac.
Yeah.
Is that's astrology?
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
because it's
there's-
star
Yeah,
constellations.
it's just looking at the stars
Oh,
and
I
telling.
don't- oh, I thought astrology was just like
Orion's belt. You got
Libra and all that
Orion's
shit.
Libra. There is.
Astrology gets really deep. I don't know how deep you're trying to go, but it gets deep.
Oh, we ain't trying to go at all.
belt.
Hey, like the most known ones are the zodiac signs, but
That's surface level, but
Yeah.
I can never
That's
tell
a-
them though.
hey, fucking Pegasus and shit. See, no, I'm just kidding.
What the fuck?
Let's go. Eso zodiaco,
There's
güey.
like some you can't see right around here, or you can see them all, like all the signs.
Oh, no.
Like, what do you mean?
In the sky?
Yeah, it depends on the year too, right? Where you can see them.
Depends on your telescope, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
You get a
that.
5 below telescope, you ain't seeing shit.
Because I mean, the only thing I see,
Wait, I got a microscope.
like the only thing I see is like the Big Dipper, the Small
But look at the
Dipper,
sky, bitch.
and that's it. Like I try to find the other ones or try to put them together. It's so fucking hard. 'Cause usually, like
Stupid ass.
in the winter times, like where you can see more stars than in the summertime.
Really?
Yeah,
I think it's the opposite.
Opposite.
Yeah, because isn't in summertime the sky it's clear?
Yeah.
I mean you can see. I'm always outside either way, but I'm saying like the winter time.
No ves.
Huh?
You can't see them. You don't have a telescope every time you're outside.
No, you can see them. They're bright.
Really?
Yeah,
I know that.
The fuck.
Yeah,
you need a
I thought it was the
telescope.
opposite.
Yeah.
This telescope you only need like if you want to see like past that, like you want to see like a planet or further. You know,
Did
all
you see a
that.
planet with a telescope?
Yeah, if you got a
Depends
strong
on your
one.
telescope.
I know that.
You're probably like
Yeah,
talking
but
about
he
like a
got
5,000.
a little one though.
I don't have a telescope.
You know about telescopes, right?
Yeah.
Ese puto, it's like about something else. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, you got
Nah, but
distracted.
so it's not something you like ask on a first date. Like you're not like sitting down being like, "Yo, what's your sign?"
Aries, get away.
I guess it depends. If
I'm sure it comes up, you know, because
Yeah.
I think that's always like,
I sneak it in there.
yeah, I think it's always like a little combo to have, and it's something to talk about, I guess. But it's not something you're like you,
I don't like straight up, hey, what's your zodiac sign?
but you don't base off them off their zodiac sign. That you're not like, oh, he's an Aries, he fucking sucks.
I wouldn't.
Rooted
That's where I was saying it gets deep. It's more than just a zodiac sign. Everyone has multiple signs within their birth chart, and then it gets into like degrees.
fuck?
It gets deeper.
Oh, that's
So
crazy.
basically, to simplify it, everyone has all the signs in their chart. So everyone has these energies, but you just resonate with some energies more than others. Astrology is just a metaphor for energy. It's not like a religion where people it's like, oh, you believe in that shit? That's some devil shit. Like, no, like what?
I like what she says. I like the zodiac signs, but I don't believe in it because like how Scorpio can be like different energies. It doesn't matter if they say, "Oh yeah, Scorpio is this and this," with like Leo or something. I don't think that really matters because just a person just defines himself, you know, instead of the sign. That's like I like a couple of days time, man, like the zodiac signs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're Aries, you're bad, you're irresponsible,
She said that.
you know, you got a bad attitude and all that." I'm like,
You do have a bad attitude.
no.
Yeah, they're generalizations. That's
Yeah.
why I said it gets deep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just surface
No.
level shit.
But is there like a zodiac sign that when somebody tells you, like you're like, fuck that, I'm staying away?
know what? Aquariuses really just grind my motherfucking gears. I can't stand them motherfuckers, but like I love them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
You know what I heard too about that shit, like Aquarius and Scorpios, that they're supposed to be friends and
Compatible?
shit. Yeah, like good friends.
Bro.
Yeah,
it's love and hate. It's love and hate.
Kind of like a rival friendship type of shit, relationship and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like
Oh, I have
Aquarius
no
and
idea.
Scorpio.
That's crazy.
Also, I heard it from Los Caballeros.
Told you.
Nah, just
That is what gets everything.
His whole life is based
Yeah.
off an anime. What the fuck?
No, actually, that one wasn't there.
Yeah, it was.
I
It's in the first episode.
Shut the fuck up.
So when they're fighting that boxing match, Scorpio versus
What the fuck? Boxing match.
Well, they're in the boxing ring. That's why.
Yeah, but that's.
When they least the chains, right? That's the guy with the chains, right? Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
Oh, sorry.
so what got you into music?
You
said music.
So I always was kind of into music, wrote my own rhymes for fun. I was really into poetry starting out. I won a couple awards
Oh
back in
shit.
elementary school.
Go ahead, recite one.
That was from 5th grade. I don't know.
Come on,
She said, "Roses are red."
Oh my gosh. But I continue to write poetry to this day. Spoken word, same shit. But what was the question again?
Like, what got you into it? Like,
Oh, what got me? Okay, so poetry. Really, my mom's side of the family was heavy into music, so I think that was just in my
okay.
DNA somewhere, and and influenced me.
So that's that's where you get your music talent from, kind of like
Yeah.
her side of the family.
Yes.
Oh shit! Did they ever is anybody on their side did they perform or they just kind of did it at home or?
Yes.
For fun.
A lot of people on that side of the family are heavy into the church, so that's where it kind of
Oh, okay.
started. And I have some cousins that perform, and they're doing their thing. And I'm like, okay,
Oh shit! From they're around here?
not here, but in the area, like Coatesville, Delaware,
Oh shit!
Locally.
Do you guys ever get to together and kind of perform together? Or?
No, but eventually I do. She actually plays the bass, so
Oh shit!
and she's a singer. So
Oh damn, that's great. Is the bass the big ass guitar? Right? Is that
I mean, yeah,
the bajo, right?
it's
And then there's
it's
the
usually
other one, right?
electric bass,
Oh,
electric
okay.
guitar, and the regular guitar.
Like the traditional bajo one. Yo, that shit's crazy. I just saw that thing the other day. I don't know what I was watching.
He thinks of
Mexican bandas and shit like that.
the big one that goes on the floor.
Yeah, like a big ass
Yeah.
guitar looking thing.
I forget what it's called. It's like a,
Well, they called it a bass.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
That's what it is.
It's
That's
a
what
bass.
called, yeah.
no, it's,
It's
it
just
has-
a-
Unless
it
it,
has-
unless it's an acoustic bass.
That's what
it has a
is,
different. It has a name for it. I just forget because
Talk about a cello.
¿Qué es
no.
un cello? Yo sé que es una
Nah,
chela.
because I was watching the video and then this guy pulled out a big ass,
Yeah.
and that he said he called it the bass.
Yeah, usually jazz has it, like the big one.
It was kind of like that, but it was big as shit.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
gangster how he was fucking playing
Yeah,
it.
it all goes in the ground.
So it-
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
it-
gangster how he was fucking playing that shit. I was
What's
like,
he
what?
using?
Nah, he was just plugging it.
Kind of like, yeah.
Huh.
It was plugging it and then kind of tapping it too.
Kind of like a guitar.
Yeah, but it was badass. I mean, I looked up video. It was badass how I was like, shit, he was going in.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, oh. So, no, that's cool. So you guys ever form a little group? Do you think? Or do you guys all have different types of
Yeah, we have our different things. Talk about my cousin.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
just making sure.
My bad.
She's in 3 different bands, so I think she's pretty booked.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What does she do? Hip hop as well and rap, or does she do?
I would say it's kind of like soul ish. Kind of.
For like church though, right? And all that.
Yes and no. She has bands outside of that. I don't know what category to put that in. It's kind of like
R&B.
Soul jazz.
alternative. I'm not gonna say rock or pop. I don't know what category, but
Like a mix.
it's just a mix of genres.
Oh, that's pretty badass. That's cool though.
It's like funk music, a little bit of funk too.
So you guys never got together
No,
till this day?
no,
Damn, that should be a goal for 2024.
Do you plan on?
yeah. She's
Yeah, she
so
did.
busy. So
I can imagine with 3 bands. Fuck that shit. That's crazy. So, other than music, is there another hobby that you like to do?
oh my Gosh, that's a good question. Another hobby. Hmm.
Or let's say music was out of the picture, like you're not doing music at all. What is something else that you would have rather
Um,
been doing, or maybe be doing if you weren't doing music? Because that makes
Probably,
it a little easier.
yeah, probably marketing and advertisement. I love doing it because it like stimulates my creativity, and I like coming up with innovative ideas. And I do that for my music, but outside of that, like I would help other musicians or small businesses grow their brand online, or however they need my help creating the content, or flyers, depending on the business.
We could use her.
To say it in a nicer way, she could help us. We could use her. What the fuck?
I was gonna say let's use her.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So you like that whole
Yes.
marketing world? And do you market your own? Do you market slash advertise, brand, whatever, your own music, your own stuff?
Yes.
Like you don't have anybody that does it for you?
I have a few outsources, but for the most part, yes. Like to creating the content, like the visual aspects, that's like right up my alley. But when it comes to like get the right target audience, but here, like I do that too, but that's like my secondary niche, if that makes sense. Like the statistics. I'm more about the visuals.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you just wanted to make it look good.
Yeah.
You don't care about who it reaches or
Yeah,
what
I get people to help me
with
reach
all
that.
that.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's what's up. That's cool though. So that's something you would have dabbed into if you weren't doing music at all.
Yes.
Nice. So is like music your full time kind of gig right now, or is it like
It's
something
it's
like part time and
it's
turning into? Sorry.
my bad. It's transitioning into full time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. That's awesome though, that you know that you can do your like your passion full time. Like how do you feel about that? Like now that it's becoming real, like I'm pretty sure like 5 years ago when you first started, you were like, whatever, we're going to do this part time. And now that 5 years later, now like you said, it's transitioning into where it's gonna be full time. Like, how do you personally feel? Like, do you think you've made it? Do you feel like like what's going through your mind when you say that?
Um, sometimes it doesn't feel real. Sometimes it feels like I'm in a dream. When I first started, like I wouldn't say I was naive, but like you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. So like you're like eager, like yeah, I'm gonna blow up tomorrow. I'm gonna blow up tonight. But that's not how it works. Is you got to put in the effort.
Yeah, you gotta put in the
But
grind.
just seeing the growth between day one to right now, like I gotta give myself credit because that I went through a lot of bullshit to get here.
I
So
can imagine, especially in that type of industry where it's like you kind of have to. It's just you versus everybody else because you don't know who you could trust. Everyone's trying to make it, so
right,
they could be stealing your work, and at the end of the day, you got nothing.
right,
So I think in a media like artistic industry, I think it's hard to make it sometimes because of that. Because like I said, you being naive, you don't know what the hell you're doing, you don't know where to start. You kind of you put your trust in people that you think are going to help you. At the end of the day, they can fuck you over, and then at the end of the day, you got nothing. So yeah, I do understand. I think in your realm, I think it's like one of the hardest industries to make it. So it's freaking awesome that you said that now it's transitioning into like something that you're going to start doing full time. So does that mean like you're going to sign to somebody?
I'm staying independent.
What's the difference? Like I don't know the difference between like staying independent and signing with someone.
When you sign to a record label, they'll well, it depends on the deal, but like generally they'll give you an advance, and you gotta make that money back plus interest, and then you gotta realize that that money is going towards like a lot of things, like your whole team, where it's like marketing management, business management, hairstylists, videographers, and then a lot of other shit that people add on,
Shit.
and like you're only getting a percentage of that. So I rather learn how to like make my own money and kind of just do what I can do to save money. But if I were to sign, it would be to an independent label where it's like they'll still fund you, but it's not like the risk
Is
isn't.
less.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when you sign to a label, is that like where they own your music technically?
Um, like
Or
I
is that
said, it depends on the contract, but
okay.
they'll most likely own your masters, which is like the files, the audio files, and like
Oh shit! So if you were to like leave them, like they keep
yeah,
all that.
yeah,
Oh
for
shit!
the most part, genuinely.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that whole industry is complicated because there's like so many routes you could take, and of course, let's say like somebody would approach, let's say I don't know, Def Jam Records were to approach you and give you like a big ass deal. Like it's kind of tempting, especially you only being 5 years in. You're like, oh shit, I made it. Like, let's say they're like, oh, we'll give you 50,000 and you sign with us. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm like, y'all can kick rocks. Like,
what's a good deal for you? Let's say
I
let's say
mean,
Young Money was supposed to approach you right now.
I don't know if they pushing weight like they used to.
No,
But,
they're not.
I mean,
Fucking
50K,
aftermath.
50K
Ain't shit.
isn't. I mean, it isn't horrible starting out, but like
She's like, I'm worth twice.
exactly. Like I don't expect a million, but like, come on, let's try to make it up to like 100K, at least close that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's
Because all
crazy.
the other expenses.
Yeah.
But anybody can be marketable. Anybody can be marketable. It's just how you do. It's not what you do. It's how you do it. And a lot the music industry just changed, man. Like it's all about popularity. No one gives a fuck about your talent. No one cares.
Yeah, it's kind of
You can hear
it's
it on the
who's
radio.
popping. It's who's being played out more.
And it's
Bad Bunny.
I bet it's pretty bad.
Was not no more.
Popular.
really You don't think
Not a good
so?
singer.
I think it's good.
Was it's not that big no more. It's like Peso Pluma was not no more until he gets new songs and all that. No, they a certain time when people are like jam, but then they keep replaying the same song. People
But it's mostly because of TikTok, you know. It's because
yeah.
it's because of the sounds that are trending. So let's say an artist makes a sound that's trending, like their song is gonna blow the fuck up, and everybody's gonna start listening to it. It's kind of like what's it called? That one song. I think it's from like the K-pop genre, the Cupid one. Like a whole bunch of Asian chicks.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
I forget the song.
Korean K-pop.
I think it's, but it's
guys,
like
right? All guys.
no, it's girls. I just said it's Asian girls.
Oh, but there's a guy one too.
I think there's like 4 of them, but it's like something I would have never listened to if it weren't for TikTok. But since because of TikTok and it's like a popular sound,
yeah,
like it was playing everywhere, and I'm like, kind of catchy.
and they made it in
And then I
English.
listened to it. Huh?
They made it in English. It was in Korean.
No, they sing it in English. They sing it in English.
I thought it just had like vocals.
No, they sing it in English. The whole song's in English. But because of TikTok, like a lot of songs that probably wouldn't have been blowing up are blowing up just because people make like little sounds of it, I think. And I think TikTok is because you use TikTok, right? You use it to like promote your shit too.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think TikTok is like one of those platforms where you can blow up in like a second because like
and blow up in a second.
because like nowadays like our attention span doesn't go for like a
Yours.
nah, it's true. Let's say, would you rather watch like a 10-second video that's going to entertain you, or would you rather sit there and for an hour and watch?
Movie, yeah, an hour.
Watch us.
What the
Huh?
fuck?
Would you rather sit there for an hour and watch us talk shit?
Exactly. Like if I can get the same entertainment, I'm gonna laugh for 10 seconds. I would rather watch that than sit down for an hour.
I prefer an hour, 10 seconds.
Depends.
Entertain me because then I'd be like, oh, one more.
Depends if I like the storyline.
That's like the whole thing. That's the whole.
Yeah.
So-
If I like it, then I watch.
But
the
we're talking
whole
about like
hour.
social media.
Yeah.
We're talking about like YouTube versus TikTok.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch an hour long?
Again, depends how it is. Because if it's like something funny or something, like you say, entertaining, doesn't matter for how.
Are you
long.
gonna sit there for the whole hour
I'll sit there for a whole hour.
And not be on your phone?
Listen to it.
and not be on your phone, not doing anything else?
Oh, not do anything else.
No,
just
that's
sit
what I'm saying.
there?
Your
Okay,
attention span is focused solely on that.
I
Can't
mean,
smoke weed, can't do anything.
that's bullshit.
No, you can smoke while you're watching it, but I'm saying like our attention span has gone from like that's why TikTok's so famous. That's why even Instagram did the whole real thing because they saw that our attention spans are getting less and less. Like we want something like that instead of
I guess.
sitting down for like the longest time. Do you agree?
In
Or do you
a
not
way,
I think it's a younger
Yes and no.
generation.
Yes and no. I do agree because you're right about that shit. But if it's personally for me, as long as it's entertaining, it doesn't matter how long it is. I'll probably sit there and watch it.
No, 100%. Because I mean, it goes with like a movie.
Yeah.
Like if we like the movie, we're gonna watch it.
That's what I mean. Like if the storyline is good, if what you're reading is good, what you're doing is good, then I'll sit there for fucking 2 hours watch it.
I don't know about 2 hours, but
Motherfuckers, we sat through Avengers Endgame for 3 hours and a half or something like that. Or I did. Am I the only one?
I did too.
Nah, we all
I
did.
Yeah, exactly. And it was all dope as shit.
I was.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with you also because sometimes videos would be like, a minute to 3 minutes. And if like the hook is cool and like the storyline is cool, it's gonna make you engage. But generally, quick, 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 quick. And it's kind of sickening. I'm gonna say it's sickening with like the music industry because like there's a bunch of artists just fiending to get someone's attention, and I was in that energy, and I do not like that. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that. I don't care about the cloud. I just want to genuinely be myself, and the people
Yeah.
who is gonna
Fuck with me,
attract
they fuck with me genuinely.
simple because you don't really have to be a huge ass artist to make money. You
Yeah,
just gotta have that loyal community, that fan base.
that really fuck with you.
Exactly. And a lot of people that's popping, you'd be surprised they really not making that much money.
Oh, I believe it. I
And
believe it.
they just popular. Like
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
For one song.
But all right, let's go ahead and take our second break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. How long does it usually take to make a song? Like if you're into it, like what's the longest time you took for your like main song that was like trending like right away or not trending? Or your favorite song of all time?
I'll say my most popular song is No Access, and that took me like 2 years.
Oh shit!
Because of the engineering
Because
and
you couldn't find one, right?
yeah. And it was just like I just kept going spending money and it's
Damn, I can't imagine how much money you spent making that shit in 2 years. Ooh.
right.
She thinks about it and she's like pisses her off again.
And also it's a very emotional, touching song. So like, I'm overthinking like, oh, this part, that part, like, oh my god, it don't sound right. So it's just like all that
Is
energy.
when you make your music, is it like personal? Do you put personal shit in there? Like, is it based off something that happened to you? Is that like what you used to motivate you, or like to like give you inspiration to make a song?
For the most part, and a lot of my songs are written from other people's perspectives if I can't come up with my own.
Like, what do you mean?
Like say if like I'm dating a person and break up, I'll write the song from their perspective, like they're talking to me.
Oh, that's pretty. That's a cool little twist on it. Because usually it's like, when somebody breaks up and they're an artist, they make a song about that person. Like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
You make the opposite where you're the one getting shitted on the song. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. That's pretty cool. That's a nice little twist to it though. But is a lot of your songs about that? Like kind of like a heartbreak, or do you have like
I would say my recent songs, yes. In the past, it was kind of like trying to stand out from everyone else. I still kind of have that underlying energy where it's like I want to sound different. Or at least the elements are unique. But I'm actually working on another project, and it's not so much heartbroken songs. There's a few there, but it's about like creating.
is like
freely.
toxic vibes too? So I just kidding. I just kidding.
No, it's not toxic vibes. It's about like having fun.
Living life.
Yeah, just living in the moment, and I just feel like I want to do
That's
that because
important. That's an important message because I think a lot of people don't do that. They don't live in that moment, especially now with like phones, social media,
Right.
stuff like that. A lot of people, instead of living in it, they try to record it and then try to live it like
right.
a week later by looking through it. So yeah, I think that's a cool project and a cool little message that you're trying to put into your music. What's up?
When you record, that's why you record like this. And just put your phone out like this. And then keep looking straight.
Or you just put the phone down and actually live it.
Or you can do both.
Anyway, this is the problem with this world. You.
Yeah.
But
I'm the
why not just live it?
solution.
Yeah, right. But so when do you think like that project will be complete, or is it just starting? Is it super new?
I would say probably like in the spring or summer.
Oh, and I think it's a great time now
Yes.
when everybody's out there trying to have fun, and I think that's a good message to put out there during the spring and summer when people are taking their vacations. Like family trips and stuff like that. To live in the moment and not just be caught up with social media, recording, and all that fun stuff. But do you think social media has a huge impact on your like music career? Like, do you think what you see on social media, you're like, fuck, like I should be there, I should be doing this, or how the fuck does this person have this and who's only been doing it X amount of years and stuff like that? Do you think that has a negative impact on it, or do you think it's both, like positive and negative?
I would say it's both. I definitely get overwhelmed with all the information that comes on my timeline because am into marketing, so I just get like bombarded with like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not doing that. Oh my god, but then I gotta remember
Yeah,
that there's so many different ways to market your music, and it really just depends on you and what works for you. Because what works for this artist may not work for the other artist. So it's just like
so it's a little bit of
it's
both for you.
yeah, it's hard not to compare yourself to other
Oh, 100%.
artists. And not even like in a way of just like, oh, they shouldn't have that. More like, how they doing that? Like, but it's really just you don't know what how long they've been doing it. Sometimes they may look like they blew up overnight, but it's never
They've been
the
doing it
case.
forever. Yeah,
Yeah, they might delete all their old videos and it just like
that's what I'm gonna do. Once we blow up, I'm deleting everything. Like we made this shit in 2 videos. Say that. Nah, but yeah. What?
Start from one.
Yeah. But so going back to your music, who's your biggest inspiration when it comes to music? Like whether it's like a family member versus like maybe a famous person now doing it. Like
Or your ex, or your.
I don't think you want to say your ex. You don't want to give them that kind of give them that shout out.
That's a good question. Um, I mean, I have influences, but what inspires me to make music in general, it would have to be a muse. I wouldn't say an ex, but a situationship.
Okay.
Well, with the last project, specifically,
So it's
but
situation shit.
yeah.
But there's like no artist that you look up to when you make your music. Like I kind of like their flow, and you get like ideas from like their music.
A little bit. I would say probably like depending on the song, Drake or Nicki or Sade. I don't know if you ever heard of
I
Sade.
don't. She sounds familiar.
She's
Shawty Bay. Sorry, no,
no,
just kidding.
what? Sade? Like she's a soul singer, so she's from back in the 80s, 90s
Mm.
type of vibe. So
No. All right. So now let's say 10 years down the line, you're already 10 years in. You're famous, whatever. You're doing your shit. Who would you like to perform with, like a collab with, like an artist that you're like, I need to make a track with them. Who would it be?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes, he said.
Why? Why?
I always looked up to her. She's really controversial. I know that. But I just respect her business mindset. It to be 15 years in the game as a female, that takes like I don't like stand in your power. And like I'm not even trying to be sexist or anything, but like it is a male dominated industry. So props to
Yeah,
her.
that's true. Yeah. I mean, Ice Spice is pretty good though. I mean, she hasn't been doing it for 15 years. She's doing it. I think she's pretty good. I mean,
But she came up in a different era. Like I respect Nicki's like
that's true. She came
grind.
out with Young Money. That was my era.
Whenever Banda Recodo.
What the fuck? But besides, do you listen to all types of music?
For the most part, yes. I try to, venture out into genres that I normally wouldn't listen to. Like I recently getting into house music where it's like that type of shit. Um,
Would you ever produce a beat for house music? Do you think you would ever make one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I try to make beats now, but like I said, I don't consider myself a producer because it's just like
You're just
whatever.
starting. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're good to
so-
play around.
Yeah.
And now, would you ever make a reggaeton song?
Yeah.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Have you ever like tried to?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, that shit was
In Spanish?
funny. Yeah. My accent isn't the best, so I was like, oh no, I need to get somebody else to teach me how to pronounce these words a lot better.
Oh, that'd be cool though. There you go, guys. If you're a reggaeton artist or whatever, and you want to collab, there you go. Hit up Kaylee or D Adina,
Yes.
and then yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty cool, especially like now in this industry where it's like everybody's collabing with everybody and trying to make sounds with different sounds. I think it's a perfect time. But I mean, I don't know. That's all I have for today. That's all the questions I have for you. I don't know if you have any questions for us or if you guys have any questions.
Are we finished? Are we going to ask different questions, or what do you mean?
No, that's it.
I don't know. Let's see. Do you have a question? Yeah. Anything you want to ask?
Sorry. I'm just gonna add, just in case if you guys didn't see it, he doesn't look like a bum today. You know, look at him, all dressed up, fucking security guard over there. Same here, bitches. Fuck you.
Do you have anything you want to ask? Add to the podcast. Anything you want to like shout out to them? Let them know like what you're going to be doing. Like maybe where they can. Because I know you said you have one coming up next week, which I'll try to plug in because usually our videos come out Sunday, so I'll try to like clip that and plug it in. That way, we can use the advertisement for definitely coming on here for us. But I don't know if there's anything you want to let them know that you're going to be working on, like other events that you're going to be at. Maybe if they want to like hit you up for a collab, like all that fun stuff. Like I don't know if you want to plug any of that stuff in.
Well, I do have a question for you guys.
No.
No.
I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Geez.
No, just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. So now you make me lose my train of
Oh,
thought.
my bad.
I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, she'll come back to me. But yeah, thank you guys for having me on here. I don't really have any more shout outs, but shout out to you guys. Being
Thank
genuine and have me on your podcast is such an honor. And I think if you guys continue to do this, it will definitely grow, and then you can add more people, guests, or whatever you want to add. And I just think it's gonna grow. I see the potential. So
Thank
We
you.
appreciate those kind of words. Definitely, like I said, I think we're the ones that are honored to have you on here. Took the
Sure.
time out of your weekend to come on here. I mean, we do this every Sunday, so it's out of the ordinary for you. So definitely appreciate it, especially like I said with the weather, the roads and stuff like that.
Thank you for giving us
Thank
a
you.
little time. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. A little bit of time of your day. Oh, go ahead.
You found it?
Are you gonna sing? Really?
Oh yeah. She said.
no.
Come on, Marco.
Oh,
Go
let me
ahead.
get out of
Go ahead.
that.
You ready?
And drop
Boom.
No.
Sorry.
He was gonna make me want to freestyle.
the beat. Nah.
I mean, if you got a beater on your phone, we can plug it into
You
Bluetooth.
guys can't beatbox.
No. Hey, how bad we are?
Oh my god.
No, I
Next
wish we could
time,
be
next
box. I
time.
wish that is one of those things that I wish I could do is one beatbox and two freestyle. I would always leave.
I would do freestyle.
I would always see like when we would go like when I was like in high school parties and people would go to
start going
bonfires
at
and
it,
people
yeah,
would like
yeah,
freestyle
yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck? I can't do that. I'm over here saying cat in the hat. These guys are like lyrical geniuses and I'm like shit.
There's a cat in the hat.
Can you freestyle like if like somebody were to drop a beat? Do you think you could?
Yeah, a little bit. I wouldn't say like I mean,
I got one right here.
I wouldn't say I was like the best, but like I have fun with it. Like
Yeah.
I'm more of a lyricist than like
Freestyle.
Yeah.
That's what's up though. I think that's a cool ass talent to have. But
Sure.
again, like I said, thank you for coming on. I'll plug in all your social media stuff. Like I said, I'll plug in like where you're going to be at this Saturday. So anybody that wants to, go support you and listen to the music and look at other artists, they can pop up. But besides that, that's all we have. Again, thank you,
Just thank you for coming. Not being shy.
and hopefully it won't be the last time. Next time.
No, it won't be the last.
We'll have you back again sometime soon.
But all right, guys, you guys take it easy. Thank you again for all the support. Remember to like, share, subscribe, post notifications on, and go follow her on our whole platforms. They'll be listed right here. Listen to her stuff, share it. They're all. You said it's on all like media, like listening platforms. Like
Yeah.
okay, it's going to be on all of them. Look her up, and yeah, check her shit out. All right, guys, take it easy.
So long.
Peace out.